Hello, Stampin' friends, and welcome to Linda's Stampin' Escape. I am excited to be here with you today. I've got a fun new technique, and I'm using one of my favorite greetings, the Lovely You stamp set. You know me, I like my sentiment I can't talk. My sentiment stamp sets. There we go. And one of my favorites is the Lovely You. And I am going to team that up tonight with the Rings of Love Designer Series paper. So, as you hop on, say hello. Let me know you are here. I see Cheryl. Hello. Hoping everyone is doing well tonight. Can't wait to share this with you. Waiting a few minutes to get everybody online. All right. There we go. All right, and Barb jumped in. Wonderful. Okay. So, as I stated before, I am going to be using one of my favorite sentiment stamp sets, and that is the Lovely You stamp set. And I'm teaming it up with the Rings of Love Designer Series paper. You can find that in our Celebration catalog. This actually sold out once, but it is back. So I am excited to see that. So this one's free. And they got a lot of really cute samples in here. But I'm going to share a new technique tonight. Hello, Barb. I get two Barbs here again. So I can't resist but to show you guys this paper. So again, Rings of Love. This is one of them. This one gives me flashbacks to the 70s, as my sister-in-law's kitchen had all those color mushrooms in it. I thought that was too cute. So it kind of reminded me of her, so I might have to make a card and send that to her, wishing her well. And then there is the other side. Now, this paper, I believe, some of the coordinating dies for the Rings of Love fit on there, and you can cut those out. So that's kind of cool. Then you have this pretty floral pattern. You could pretty much use this one almost any time of the year. And there's the back side of that, which to me is non-traditional Christmas. You could use it for that, or just about anything else, because we all know that plaid goes well with anything. All right. Then we have a beautiful fall one. I'll be using that one tonight. And then the back side of that is a nice soft background. Little water wash back there with some greenery. And then our next one are these pretty birds. Of course, you see them right here. So you'll see I'll be using them as well. And look at this one. Talk about watercolor. That's really pretty. I might have to try this one out with my Lighthouse set. That's what it reminds me of. All right. And then, of course, we have poinsettias. So that's one of the reasons I really enjoy this stack of paper, is you can use it all season long. And then on the back of this, we got trees. So you could use that for fall. This would make a great man's card, or anybody that loves nature. My sister was always camping and hiking, so that would be right up her alley. And then we have this beautiful set of houses here. I really like this one. And this one's tough for me because wait till you see the back side. Oh, I just love those. That is so pretty. If you didn't mind fussy cutting, you could cut that out and that could be part of your card already. So pretty. I love this one. So it's hard for me to decide which side of this paper I'm going to want to use. So that is the Rings of Love 12 by 12 designer paper. And again, that is in the Celebration catalog. So if you join me this weekend, don't forget, ladies, that I will be hosting my summer celebration and mini catalog celebration. So there'll be plenty of time to, pick out your goodies. And besides that, you can earn not only celebration items, but virtual rewards points from me. And you know that I always have special gifts for people who purchase, so we'll be doing that too. I've got some nice prizes out there to showcase. So lovely you, we're going to set that aside, and our technique tonight is called the torn window technique. You guys have seen me do lots of window techniques with the split window and all that with designer paper, so I thought this would be a really fun one. Going to be using our 2022-2024 in color matte dots tonight as well. And then I'm also going to be giving some of these away. So let's start out with the fall piece, because this can be super simple. And you can do this technique with cardstock, or you can do this technique with paper. Any way you want to go. So you have your basic card base, which is 8.5 by 5.5, and then it's folded and scored and folded at 4.25. I'll have more of the dimensions on my blog tomorrow, so pop on over there. And then our designer paper, of course, is just our quarter sheet, so that is 4 inches by 5.25. And then I did the piece under here. This is just basic white. And that is slightly smaller. So if you cut off about 1 inch, I just didn't want it peering out over the side. So here's how this works. And it is super simple, and you guys are going to love this technique. So you have to decide which way you want your window. Do you want your window to come on this side, or do you want your window facing this way? So this one, I am going to have it rolling back to my left. So we're going to I'm going to kind of give myself maybe about 3/4 to 1 inch on each side. And I just do a little pinch right here with my nails, because that'll give me a start. And all you're going to do is tear. It is that simple. And when you tear, you want to pull up. And the reason you do that is so you get that nice edge. You get that nice torn edge look. Otherwise, you're going to see just this. And I like the white with it because it's going to go with your background there. And just looks really cool. So we're just going to keep pulling this back a little until you get about 3/4 of the way back. So you got a little room here. Okay, there's a window you just created, and it's okay if that sticks up a little. It gives you a little texture and all that. Now, this piece, you don't need the whole sheet because it's going to be bulky, a little bulky anyways. So we're going to take this. I just use a toothpick. I've seen other people use like anything you got that you can curl something around. So if you want, you can just get it started. I like the toothpick, kind of makes it nice and tight. Just tuck that under. I'm going to give it a roll. Roll it back. I'm sorry, my hands are kind of in the way, so you not really see what I'm doing here, but let me move that. So you can just see that I'm rolling this out of the way, and now you have that nice roll back look. So you can do this back and forth a little bit if you want to make it a little softer. I'm just rolling it with my fingers because I already got that. And you just slide your toothpick out of there. Okay. You're going to have to hold that down. So what I like to do is just add a little adhesive here. You do not want, if I can get this side here. There we go. And it's going to be a little bulky in the envelope, so I'm just going to push it down a little bit. Now you got that nice torn edge here and all the way along here. And you even got that little rough edge. And I like that rough edge. There we go. Now there's your window. So we are going to grab our lovely used stamp set, and we're going to pick out a nice greeting. Let's do we got room for that? Oh, sure we do. Love is what makes us family. All right. Put that away. And we'll get our block out here. Now, if you're a little worried about your stamping, then you can just leave that right there for now and not adhere it. Some people like to adhere it early. Just tap this up here so I can make sure it's nice and juicy. There we go. And that is why some people like to tack it down ahead of time. Let me just hold that right there. Let that ink sink in a minute. I got a thumbs up. Hope you guys are liking this. And I love the bright colors of fall, don't you? So I'm going with the red, and it's already got the greens and the yellows in it, so it's so pretty. But I'm a fall girl, so I really like that. All right, now we are going to put our adhesive back here. And we will line this all up. So this is just totally super simple. I think I'm running out. Of course I am, because I'm live. Okay. And of course I don't see a spare handy. Do I have one? All right, so there is my Stampin' Seal. Thank you, Barb. Barb says that is cute. All right. So it is a cute card. It's super simple to make. It's kind of unique. It's one of the hot new techniques going on right now. And I'll keep just chitter-chattering while I'm trying to get my thing replaced here. You know, this thing pops open for me every time, except when I need it. There we go. Thank you. Check this out. Drop in my new one. All right. Back in business, ladies. I didn't even check that before I started. All right. Get a roll going here. There we go. Get down to my edges. And not to worry, Kathy, as I will have another card. This is just my first one, and it would be done already had I not run out of adhesive. Okay, I want to line my edges up here first. There we go. And then bring that down. So it's kind of like opening a present, right? If this bothers you a little bit, you can either add some glue or you can grab some glue dots and stick those down. That will work just as easy. So let's grab a glue dot here and we'll just stick them to the back. And then push that back over. There we go. And you could embellish this any way you wanted to. You could add some little rhinestones. You could add even little leaves if you have a leaf die. That would be really cute, just to give it a little extra pizzazz. On here, I'm just going to bring in my metallic dots, brushed metallics, and we're actually going to, oh, there it goes, I'm going to keep them over here by my greeting. Oh, I like that down there better. And then one up here, because this has so much design, you don't want it to get lost in there. So just going to move that up just a little. There we go. So you can leave it or you can embellish it. Looks good that way. Again, peeling that back and exposing your sentiments is kind of like a little present. All right, now let's get to our second one. Yep, I'm going to do 2 today. And this time we are going to use the birds. Again, these are from the same bundle from the catalog, the Celebration catalog. I should have just left this open for you guys. There's so many cute things, but they're gone, so they got some other really fun stuff out there too. So this one is the Rings of Love for anybody that joined late. So glad you're with us. You're in time for a second card. And we're using the Rings of Love designer paper and the Lovely You sentiment stamp set. Okay. So same system here. We got our card base, A2, so 8.5 by 5.5. And then we got our base, which is 4 by 5.25. And this is actually a little bit extra here because I wanted a border. So you're going to see just a little bit of border here. Actually could have cut that off a little bit more, because that is definitely what I call a little bit of border. So we're just going to shave off maybe 1/8 of an inch. Whoops. There we go. So I want to be able to see the soft suede popping out. There we go. And our cardstock here is actually going to take the place of the designer paper that we used here. So it's going to be opposite this time. So put our little birds over here. And we're going to set this piece over here. And we're going to start our tear. So again, give yourself a little room, and you can make these skinnier if you want to, and you could put lower if you want to. I'm just, since this is the first time I'm showing this technique, I thought it would just be easier to stick kind of with the basics. You can always grow from there, right, ladies? And gentlemen, if we have any gentlemen watching us. All right. And we're going to tear this just like we did our other one. Again, you want to bring that back about 3/4 of the way. And we got our paper here, so you can kind of line that up. And then we'll make a little mark where we're going to cut that off. So I want to tear that back just a little bit more. Because we have those cute little birds, I really want to let them shine and show through. So again, now the cardstock is much thicker than the designer paper, so I'm going to cut just shy of halfway. Okay? Hopefully I can show this a little better than I did on the first one without having my fingers all in the way. So what we're doing is curling this around our toothpick. And you can use anything skinny, anything that will roll up. And then once you get that going, I gotta tell you, the designer paper is a little bit easier to roll than the cardstock, but you knew that, right? All right. Now we just pull this out. Now we got that nice edge here, and you got that beautiful edge here that gives you such nice texture on your card. If you want to roll that back and roll it back up again, go ahead. Once you get that first roll, you're doing pretty good. I am actually going to put my adhesive in here. There we go. Get that rolling. Hard to keep your hands out of the way for the camera, sorry. Just roll that up. There we go. Okay, get that back there. Again, we are going to pull out our, check my, take your pick tool, grab those our little dots here. I like to pull this back and then they just display themselves so nicely one by one. Well, hello Cindy and welcome. Cindy and I go way back to high school. And she just made a beautiful blanket for my granddaughter, which I will share with everybody after I give it to my granddaughter. But it's just gorgeous. So she'll be leaving for college soon, so she will get to see that. All right, so there's our window. And then here's our pretty paper. And what's nice about the plain on top is now you can decide which way you want your window to go. Do you want it rolled that way or do you want it rolled this way? So I'm thinking if we're going to do it this way, let's switch it up. We did the last one that way. Okay. So what I would like to do here is get a little line about where I'm going to be cutting that. Bring our cutter back in. Find our little lines and trim that down. Okay. You always want the best visual for your design underneath, right? Okay, so now we need our little greeting. So this I want to do before I stick it all together. So we're going to get out the soft suede. which coordinates with our soft suede cardstock. And the greeting I am using is miles apart, but still in my heart. Which is a perfect sentiment to send to anyone at any time. All right. We did good there. We're going to get our adhesive on here. Down to the end. And we're going to line our little birdies up. So we have them very nicely exposed. Aren't they cute? Oh my gosh. Now this one you could actually pop up, but we're not going to. We are just going to put that directly on here. But unlike the other ones, this one actually has your matte. So this is going to give us that pop of color. And it will bring together the browns that are, you know, exposed here and your greeting. Whoop. Gotta get around that little hump there. All right. It's kind of like you're opening up your heart to somebody, isn't it? When you pull that back and expose that beautiful paper under there. Yes. I am telling you, cards say way more than just hello. Am I right, ladies? You know that, or you wouldn't have been stamping. I know some of you have been stamping for over 20 years. So we're going to pull these out. And I'm going to match my blues, which is really nice about these dots here. So I'm going to use this one here. And I'm going to use these two little ones right up here. Sometimes I have a harder time trying to decide where I'm going to put my dots. Isn't that horrible? I feel like it's going to be hidden there. If I'm going to put it back there, I better put a big one back there. Yeah, I don't like that one back there. All right. All right, that's that little guy. We're just going to take the little sticky part and grab him. Come on. There we go. Well, told you. Some days I just don't know where I want that to go. There we go. Finally. So, this is the torn window technique. And all you're doing is rolling back that paper or cardstock to expose either your greeting or some beautiful designer paper. And I got to tell you, we've got some good ones. And these two designer papers do come from that same set. So, ladies, I hope you enjoyed this. And I'll tell you what, I will have all of the dimensions on my blog for you tomorrow, along with the replay video, which I always pretty much do. And I won't be doing the technique again this weekend, but I will have some extra cards to show you that I am going to be doing with that as well. So, before you sneak off on me, I'm losing my voice. I need to draw for the sampling of our dots here, so don't go away. Barb says she loves the bird one. It is pretty. That's gorgeous paper. Sometimes I just order paper so I can show everybody, but I was very surprised and really have fallen in love with this one. So, and a lot because it has something for spring and fall and Christmas, so it's really versatile. So, are you ladies ready to see who is going to get the sampling of the matte dots? Now remember that all you need to do is leave a comment or share. When you share my work, that is the best compliment you could ever give me, and I appreciate that. If you are watching the replay on YouTube, give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube page. All right, let's get this on full screen and slide it underneath. These are all the names of the people who joined me last week. So, are you ready? Good luck, everybody. Let's do countdown. 3, 2, 1. Good luck. Congratulations to Sarah Fector. Yay, Sarah. Sarah's in my downline. She is one of the girls in my Stars by Design team. So, all my customers and all my team members are always invited for prizes. So, thanks everybody for joining me. I hope you run down into your craft rooms and start to play with this technique because it really is easy and it is lots of fun. And I think the recipient of your card is going to love it. So, have a wonderful evening, and I hope to see you all next weekend. If you don't have the link yet, I will put it in the comments below. Thank you again. Good night.